What's up guys, back with me is here, and today I'll be doing another movie review for Terminator 2 Judgment Day from 1991. Okay, okay, so this movie is claimed to be one of the, is claimed, not claimed, it's said to be one of the best action movies ever. So let's see if this movie is one of the best action movies ever, or is it too overhyped now from when it was back then? Let's see. Let's review Terminator 2 Judgment Day. Okay, so this movie starts off with a narration by Sarah Connor about how there was two Terminators, one to protect her son, and there was another one to kill her son. And then we see our Terminator. Then we see a Terminator called the T-1000 coming to kill John Connor. And then we see our Terminator T-1000, T-1000. So, T-800 with T-8000. Yeah, yeah. So, and he goes to a biker bar and he's like, "Give me your clothes." And he beats them all up, takes their clothes, and one of the guys like, "Hey, you can take his bike," and he's like, "Yeah, I can," and drives off. So then we meet the other Terminator, and he's looking for the name Connor, of John Connor, a 10-year-old delinquent who a 10-year-old delinquent or 13, a 10-year-old delinquent who did crimes for shoplifting and a lot of other stuff. So then we meet him, John Connor, and he's hanging out with one of his delinquent friends, and 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 yeah, so they're like, they steal money, and John Connor just doesn't listen to his foster parents. They try to tell him to do something, and and Todd's like, his foster father's like, "Hey, come on, listen to us." And he's like, "You're not my parents, Todd," and leaves. So yeah, so then we meet Sarah Connor, who, after a factory explosion, has been in a mental institution, and, and yeah, who's been in a mental institution, and she just wants to go. She's been there for 6 months, and she just wants to get out of there. But for some reason, her doctors think she should stay. So she attacks one of the doctors there. So the T-800, the T-1000, he has the power to. He's like a liquid Terminator, as I call it. Yeah, he's a liquid Terminator, and he can like turn himself into anyone or anything. So John's meeting up with one of his friends, meeting up with one of his friend, and the Terminator's like, and then the Terminator, then the T-1000's like, hey, he's like, "Hey, this police officer, aka the T-1000, is after you," and he's like, "We got bolt." So they run. The T-1000 comes after them, but then the T-800 on his cool motorcycle. What's up with all these T-1000s and T-800s and sunglasses? Because they always like to wear cool shades. So yeah, so he saves them, and he's like, and there's a big car chase, and motorcycle versus car chase, and after it ends, he's like, wait, you're a Terminator. And he's like, yeah, and so there's a little different about this Terminator than the previous one. I think, the previous the previous one had a thing to kill Sarah Connor, but this one has a thing to protect John Connor from the T-1000 trying to kill him. And this version of Terminator, or is it the same Terminator? Yeah, this version has no emotion. He has no like emotional attachment. He does not know emotions because he's a robot, and he does not know he doesn't know how to smile. He doesn't know how to say cool lingo, and he doesn't. And yeah, yeah, so at night, Sarah still Sarah has like a dream of Sarah of Kyle Reese for some weird reason. She sees like you know her she sees like a lot of kids having a happy childhood, and yeah. So then she wakes up and she immediately takes that guy hostage, and but at night the Terminator's like John's like I always disliked his he always disliked his mom for trying to for the future. People thought that her prepping him for the talking about Terminators were delusions, and yeah. So they call his parents, but they call his foster parents. But he's like, wait, his foster parents are never nice. So so he so then the foster mom kills the foster dad, but it's like, why would she do that? And it's actually the T-1000 who killed him. So, and then there's an off screen of him. I know he kills the dog, but I'm not gonna. Yeah, all we see is a bloody collar. So poor dog. Yeah. So yeah. I didn't want to talk about the scene, but it's to the movie. So yeah, to the review. So yeah. So so Sarah. So John's like, hey, we gotta get his mom, but he's like, no, that is not my directive. And he's like, come on. So he attempts to kill these two guys, and he's like, you can't kill. And he's like, why? Because you can't. He's like, why? Because you shouldn't. Yeah, yeah. So they shoot a guy in the leg, and he's like, you swear to not kill, and he's like, I swear. But then he shoots a guy in the leg, and he's like, he'll live, and and they go off to they go off to save Sarah Connor. But Sarah Connor, who still has who is still terrified, thinks that that's the Terminator trying to kill her, so she runs. But John's like, whoa, that guy's one of the good guys, and they meet a Mexican family, and they devise a plan to actually. There's a scene where Sarah yelled at John for trying to save her, and she's like, and he's like, dude, you shouldn't have done that. I can take care of myself. Like, come on, Sarah, your son risked his life trying to save you, and all you get is that, oh, you shouldn't have saved me. Come on. And he's crying because his mom just told him that he should. And Darren is like, what's that on your face? And he's like, nothing, trying to pretend to be tough and cool. So they discover that this guy Chris, I think his name is, will discover Skynet in the future. Will create Skynet in the future, so they have to stop him. So Sarah, she has a dream about her and John having a normal life, and then a fire and sky come, killing all of them, and even killing her, and then she wakes up from her dream and is like, hey, I gotta go kill Skynet's future inventor. So yeah, so she breaks in, and the guy's kids are like, whoa, don't shoot our dad. But she's like, nah, but then they're like, wait a minute, don't do this, and they're like, hey, we gotta get into this place to take stop it, but since John's like a hacker, he's able to he pulls out the thing, and yeah, so pulls out the thing he had in the beginning of the movie, and uses it, and boom, and yeah, so with the T-1000, he's able to get get near them, and there's a big battle. There's a big battle between lava. There's a big battle where he turns into Sarah, but Sarah's able to figure out it's him. Keeps shooting him until she runs out of ammo. Keeps shooting him, but he turns back into normal form, and then they push him into the lava, killing him. I think, yeah. And then the T-800's like, I must go. You must destroy me. And John's like, no, you can't do this. You can't be destroyed. And he's like, yes, I can. And he's like, no, I order you not to do it. And he's like, John, it will be fine. And he's like, I understand why you're crying. And they lower into the. He gives the thumbs up as he. So yeah. So then we flash forward to the future where they stop Skynet, and Sarah's a grandma with John and John's daughter, and John's daughter grows up to a grandma Sarah, and yeah, knows her to fix her shoe, and basically that's how Terminator 2 Judgment Day ends. Okay, so Terminator 2 Judgment Day is one of the best movies I've ever seen. I really enjoyed this film. It was a very good film. I also enjoyed the Terminator. I enjoyed T2. I also enjoyed T2. I'm really excited to watch T3. I will be doing a review for T3 and Rise of the Machines. Yeah. So will that movie get a pass, or will T3 get a judgment, or will it get a judge, or will get a pass, or will it get a guilty? We'll have to see it in Terminator 3 Rise of the Machines. See you guys.